Hi, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm sharing my Hermes Hawaii haul. For those of you tuning in for the first time, hi, I'm Katie. I like to do these luxury fashion videos here on YouTube. I share hauls and reviews, but at the end of the day, I share my journey so we can all mindfully curate our own collections. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below with your favorite item from this haul. All of your support really means a lot to me. If you watched the part 1 of my Hawaii haul, then kudos to you. This is part 2 where I've just collected all of my Hermes pieces specifically. You might also be wondering where this background is. I am actually still in Hawaii. I am nearing the end of my trip though, so I might pick up 1 or 2 more items, but all of the major items I have definitely purchased so far. This haul encompasses several trips to Hermes. I typically shop from the Waikiki boutique, but I also have a couple of items that I picked up from the Ala Moana boutique because they didn't have them in stock in my regular store. For the sake of time, I'm going to be inserting a lot of pictures, but if you want me to do more like in-depth review, first impressions, want to see more close-up photos or anything like that, please leave a comment down below. When I have all of my regular filming equipment and my normal setup at home, I can do that a lot easier, so I'll probably do follow-up videos if you need them. I'll start off with the boxes over here. These are actually a pair of shoes. They're actually a matching pair of shoes. They made the same shoe for both men's and women's, and they're these wonderful combat style boots that are made with like nylon. Basically it's like a puffer material, and ever since last year I'm pretty obsessed with puffer styles. That's the shirt that I got last year from Hermes, so when I saw that they had a men's and women's version of the same shoe, I wanted to get matching with for myself and my partner. I know it's kind of cheesy, but I don't know, I just really wanted to get a matching pair of shoes. The biggest merit of these shoes for me was that they were super light. The box is massive, but the shoe itself is very light. And I love the khaki green color. I believe the women's shoe is in a khaki color, and the men's shoe is technically Vert Tundra. So on the receipt, they had 2 different colors. I don't know if they actually are 2 different colors. I also have them in black if you're interested. And then for men's, I saw they had the same style in all leather. So there are a few different options if you're interested in this style. I loved this shoe that they came out for fall winter. I feel like they'll be a really versatile shoe for the fall winter. Even though they're not fully waterproof, I feel like they'll be very warm. They're also, like I said, very lightweight. So such a big plus for winter boots. This is an item for me. Ta-da! It's a very cozy knit cardigan. I loved the button detail on them. The cardigan itself is a cashmere cotton blend, so it brings that nice warmth of the cashmere and the chunkiness from the cotton, if that makes sense, because cashmere, 100% cashmere on its own won't really have this kind of like chunkiness to it. This style is also very oversized because I got about 2 sizes smaller than I typically get in ready to wear for tops. This is a size 38 and I typically get like a 42. If not for knitwear especially, I'll also go up a size, 44, 46. I don't mind it being slightly oversized for knitwear, but yeah, like I said, this is a size 38, so that's how oversized these came out. Alright, I think I'll just continue down the line this way so I can keep track of everything. These next set of boxes are actually the pieces that I picked up from the Ala Moana boutique. They are intended to be a gift, so I'm not actually going to open the box because I want to keep them pristine for the people who will be receiving them, but these are actually mugs. I got 1 blue and 1 yellow mug from the A Walk in a Garden collection. The Ala Moana boutique seemed to have a lot more stock in for their home pieces, like the tableware pieces. After trying to get some of these items from the Waikiki boutique, that's why I actually went over to Ala Moana to pick these up. I really like this collection. Next to that, this little box right here is also going to be a gift. So again, I won't open it up, but I will insert a picture. It is the small tray from the Mosaïque collection. They had that in stock at the Waikiki boutique when I went, so I went ahead and I picked it up while I was there. It's a really classic piece. I feel like it it serves as a wonderful gift as well. So that's why I grabbed it. I did want to mention, I love the Soleil collection, the yellow sunburst looking collection. That's their latest tableware collection, I believe. But so much of that collection is already sold out that I could not get anything from it. I was trying to get my mugs originally from that Soleil collection, but it's all sold out. It's all gone. So they also have a really cute tray, the small tray and the yellow color. Also really pretty, but the classic Mosaïque was also there, so I grabbed it while I could. This little box is a little box for me. The item that's in here are on my ears already, but they are actually the Chaine earrings, the rose gold color fine jewelry piece that they carry. They are never in stock in New York City. At least whenever I go or whenever I asked my local SA, they just never had them. So I was thrilled to hear that they got a new shipment of those in, so I was able to grab a pair, and they are gorgeous. They are nice and heavy and not like chintzy, not heavy to the point where they're like hurting your ears, but you can feel the weight of them, so you know it's like gold. You know it's like solid in there. And they have a very intricate backing. You have to clamp down and then move the back, and it kind of locks in place. So there's very little concern of the backing falling out. It should just lock in there and it's good to go. Last but not least is this very special box. And yes, it is a handbag. And there's a bit of a story to it, so I'm going to reveal it first and then I'll go into the story. But if you want to, pause the video and take a guess down in the comment section below what you think this handbag is. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Inside that box is this dust bag. And inside this dust bag, ta-da! Oh my goodness, I should take this felt off. 1 second. There she is in all her glory. This is a Constance 18 in the color Etoupe in Epsom leather with rose gold hardware. And if you followed me for a little while, you might remember that I used to have a Constance 24 in my collection, and I parted ways with that bag. So you might be a little surprised to see that there's a Constance in this haul. I will admit I'm a little surprised that there's a Constance in this haul. The other thing I wanted to mention about this Constance is that it is the newer version that came out for this fall. So this one actually has pockets in the front, and there's this little mirror. The size 24 I think has more modifications done to it along with the mirror, but the 18 I believe is it looks the same except for the mirror being added. There are 2 little pockets in the front, so those might be new as well. But other than that, the number of compartments here, the size, everything else is the same. I can get into a little bit of my story. Maybe if you want a more dedicated video on how I've purchased my bags through Hawaii, I can do an updated video, so let me know in the comments down below. But I essentially was really looking to get a Birkin 25 or a Kelly 20. I wanted like the smaller handbags. I wanted to add one of those to my collection. I felt like that would be that would add the next variety. And to be honest, I wasn't thinking too much about the Constance style because I had already parted ways with my Constance 24. But after seeing several videos on the reissue version of the Constance 24, I was interested to see if I could see one in person, because I felt like the reissue took away some of the things that I didn't like how bulky it was and stuff like that. So I wanted to check it out. So I didn't rule it out entirely, but I wasn't seeking it actively. I went and I saw my SA. I bought a few items. I basically bought most of the items here except for the earrings and the mugs. And she was like, just text me your wish list, but I have to let you know that inventory is very low. Like, she's been saying that ever since leading up to my trip. I would reach out to her and she kept saying like inventory is really low. So I said, okay, I understand. I sent her my wish list and she was like, all right, I got it. I'll let you know if there's a new shipment. But again, inventory is very low. There's low stock of everything. I said, okay. Fast forward a few days, I didn't expect it to be that quick, but a few days later, she actually texted me. She said, hey, do you have time today? I didn't ask her much detail. I just went straight to, yes, I can be there at X time. And she's like, okay. So I went over to the boutique. She pulled me aside and she said, hey, this just got in this morning. I'm just gonna have to believe her for it, okay? I know a lot of times we'll hear them say, hey, this is the last one, this just got in. Part of it's probably marketing flair, but part of it I'm also sure is real, right? So she's like, hey, this just came in. It's a Constance 18, but I want to show you. And when I heard Constance 18, I'm not gonna lie, part of my heart sank a little bit. I was like, okay, it's not exactly Birkin 25 or a Kelly 20. Oh, I was also looking for a Birkin 40 as well. I was going either side extreme in terms of sizing. So she said it was a Constance 18. And I was like, all right, let's just check it out. Let's just see what it is. I didn't know what color it was. She just said it was a Constance 18. So we went upstairs to we didn't go to the room. There was like a table that's kind of set in a little nook. It's kind of away from everything else. So we went to that table. She brought out the box. I did see the box had the little tape. There's like a brown ribbon tape thing that they're using instead of shrink wrap on their packages. So to me that suggests I'm still the first person who's looking at it. So maybe it really was shipped in that morning. I'm not sure, but she brought out the box and she opened it and I was like, oh, it's in a taupe. And I have to say, a taupe is historically not my favorite color. I prefer a tan, which is their cool tone gray. A taupe is much more of like a mushroom color. It's a lot more like in between a brownish grayish color. And so I do like the contrast stitching on it, but I don't always love the color. But this has rose gold hardware, and I have to say the combination of this, a taupe with the rose gold hardware, looks really nice. Like, I think the rose gold helps pull it to be a little bit more warm all the way. So rather than being really wishy-washy in between, the rose gold really helps it become a lot more of like a beigey toned neutral color. I was like, oh wow, okay, that's definitely different, and I feel like it looks better, this whole combination. Then I saw that it was the newer version that had the mirror inside. Then I also saw that it was an 18 size and it's a lot smaller. Like, I can comfortably wear it crossbody. I can comfortably wear it on my shoulder. It's a new size for me, and so I considered it to be like a new style, if that made sense. It is such a neutral classic combination that I felt like I would be silly to say no. And I was really umming and ahhing a lot about it. I clearly decided to take this home. At the end of the day, I just couldn't beat the fact that this was such a classic combination. It is such a classic bag, and it gives me the opportunity to try out a Constance 18 size that I decided to go with it. I actually already took it out once while I was in Hawaii, and it turned out to be a really, really comfortable bag. I will probably do a follow-up, but the gripes that I had on the 24, I don't quite have with the 18. I know I have to wear it more, I have to use it more to make sure it's not just like a honeymoon phase thing. I have some good thoughts about the Constance 18 size. That's everything that I picked up from Hermes in Hawaii this year. I'm super excited about all of these new pieces getting added to my collection. I am excited to also style a lot of these pieces once I get back to New York and once I hit some cold weather. I'm also super stoked about all the tableware pieces because they'll be wonderful gifts. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below or head on over to Instagram and I'd be happy to help however I can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support. If you like this kind of content and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I post new fashion related videos every Sunday and Wednesday. So until next time, bye!